guys, this is Chris with another solo video. This is the first in a new series I'm going to try out called Jazz Snacks. And so what is a jazz snack? It is a short video where I talk about a single record, basically. So today we're going to be talking about a record that just arrived today, one of 12 from the Prestige series from Analog Productions that just got reissued. If you're not familiar, Analog Productions has released 25 mono and 25 stereo records from Prestige. They released these, I would say, around 10 years ago, the first time, and they've been reissuing them throughout the year. So right now it seems like they're limited. A lot of the runs are somewhat limited based on jacket availability. So you'll see some that pop up on their website and disappear in a day or so. That doesn't seem to be the case with these current ones. At least they haven't sold out super quickly yet. They've been up for several days now, and they appear to, all be on their website. I ordered these late last week and already got them, so it seems like their shipping is also improving. I know they got super backed up for months, throughout the earlier part of this year. So hopefully that's getting better. So anyway, today our jazz snack is this record that is just, I really like it. And I'm sorry, I need to figure out a way to help the glare on these screens here. But this is All Night Long by the Prestige All-Stars. And you can see we've got Donald Byrd on trumpet, Jerome Richardson on flute, Kenny Burrell on guitar, Hank Mobley on tenor sax, Mal Waldron on piano, Dougie Watkins on bass, and Art Taylor on drums. So this is a definite all-star lineup. The only guy I wasn't really familiar with was Jerome Richardson, who plays flute and a little bit of tenor sax on this record, and he's outstanding. So he plays a really big part on this record. The title track here, All Night Long, is really the star of the show. It takes up the whole first side of the record, and it has an interesting form. So maybe this won't be a short jazz snack. For anyone that doesn't know, jazz traditionally has several figures, right? So that a tune will be based on. The 12-bar blues, which means traditionally 12 bars of music, is kind of the standard, especially back in the beginnings of jazz. You'll see 8, 16, 32 bar forms in jazz records a lot, or in jazz tunes a lot. Another thing that's very, very common is that on a jazz song, usually they will open it with maybe a little intro, and then they'll state what the theme. You've probably heard that before. They're stating the theme. And what that means is they're playing the usually not so improvised version of the theme of the song, right? And then generally they go into individual solos a lot of the times. So, maybe 2-3 players will play a solo, and then they usually will restate the theme at the end of the song. That's a basic version of it, but it's pretty traditional. And as you listen to jazz, you'll pick up on that. And a lot of the times with those more traditional, like 4/4 measures, I will tap along and count the bars to see what's going on. Another thing that you'll hear a lot is trading fours. So what does that mean? Trading fours is when the musicians will play a phrase that's 4 measures long, and then someone else will play another phrase that's 4 measures long, and then they'll go back to the other person to play 4 more, and then 4 more, and so on and so forth. Trading fours, a lot of times it's 2 people. Maybe it's a trumpet player and a sax player, or a sax player and a drummer, whatever it is. So having said all that, All Night Long, the title track here, has a 44 bar figure, which is different and interesting. And so it describes it on the back of the record what it actually is. So it's a 44 bar figure with the 12 bar blues pattern repeated twice. So it's 24, right? Followed by an 8 bar bridge of rhythm, in quotes, and another 12 bars of blues changes. So that's what makes up the 44 bar figure that this track is based on. Now, came out in 1956, definitely a hard bop record. The title track though is really, really good. So you've got all these guys doing solos, and it starts with Jerome Richardson on flute. I believe he has an extended solo. And then, you know, all these other guys solo too. Hank Mobley, Kenny Burrell. Who else do we have here? Oh yeah, Donald Byrd on trumpet, right? Doug Watkins, Arthur Taylor, Mal Waldron. They all get in on it. And then towards the end of this super extended track, they all trade fours for like the last third of the tune, which is really cool. So it goes back and forth between Kenny Burrell and Mal Waldron, or Donald Byrd and Jerome Richardson, and they just kind of all trade fours for a while. And then, so I guess Kenny Burrell has a solo after kind of all the fours are traded, and then Taylor gets the last word. So Art Taylor finishes it up with a little drum flourish at the very end after everyone else has kind of riffed around to end the song. I would recommend this record if you're looking at prestiges to buy from the new drop, basically. Consider this one for sure. I mean, you're not going to beat the lineup. It was recorded by Rudy, 1956. I'm assuming that is in his parents' living room still. I could be wrong. I don't really know the dates on that, but great record. If you're interested, pick them up while you can, because they will sell out eventually. Not saying they won't ever come back in stock, but you know, we don't really know what kind of licensing agreement Analog Productions has on these. So if you're interested in getting them, they're $40 a piece, which is kind of spendy. But you know, you're gonna be hard pressed to find a better version for the price. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe to our channel, and leave me a comment to tell me what you think about the Jazz Snack idea. And until next time, thanks a lot.